Good afternoon, friends and visitors, and welcome back once again to the Ora News broadcast. It is 6 o'clock, and that means it's time for our English Flash News edition, in which we present a translated version of the Albanian news. As usual, I'm Daniel Cook, your host, 6 days a week at 6 p.m. In today's breaking news, an armored vehicle has been robbed today while transporting cash to the Union Bank. 3 men who were all armed and masked held up the vehicle at gunpoint and managed to escape with both the money and the truck. It is reported that there were several shots fired between the robbers and the security guards of the bank, but this did not deter the thieves from carrying out their plan. The amount of money that they managed to take is still not known. It has only been released that they got away with 2 bags of cash. The vehicle was later found abandoned in Paskuchan, and the perpetrators escaped to an unknown location using another getaway car. One of the police units crashed while pursuing the robbers. Multiple police forces and forensic experts have been sent to the scene. The employees of the Union Bank and the witnesses at the scene have been questioned, and the security cameras of the bank have been taken by the police. Sources from the investigation team say that there are strong suspicions that the robbers had collaborators inside the bank who informed them of the best time to make their move. It is also believed that they had other collaborators waiting for them in Paskuchan to help them escape the police. As reported several days ago, a new scandal has come to light concerning the way that the hospitals of Tirana are disposing of their waste. After they publicized the scandal, Channel 1 TV sent their journalist to ask the Minister of Health about the issue. The bodyguards of the Minister of Health physically restricted the journalist from entering the premises, refusing him an interview with the minister. He was not so easily deterred, however, and he waited for several hours outside, hoping for a brief conversation. His patience was rewarded, and in a brief statement, the minister said that he suspects the companies that are licensed to dispose of hospital waste of dumping it in the residential areas and rivers. The minister said that an official reaction to this scandal will be published soon. The scandal of hospital waste was made public by the investigations of our sister station, Channel 1 TV. They uncovered the fact that the waste is being handled by vehicles with fake plates and then being dumped in public areas and the Adriatic Sea. The Democratic Party feels that the majority has already begun to go back on the agreement that was made back in December between the two parties. Only a very short time has passed since the majority and the opposition signed an agreement that involved 2 important clauses: the decriminalization of the parliament and the respecting of the Constitutional Court decisions. The head of the Democratic Parliamentary Group, Edi Paloka, is already speaking about the failure of this agreement. In an interview with Ora News, Paloka says that the majority has already stopped following through on their end of the agreement. The reason, according to him, is quite clear. Paloka says that the majority does not, in fact, want the decriminalization of the parliament. The Democrats are refusing to be a part of the Commission on Justice Reform unless their demands are met. They want to co-chair the Commission and to have an equal number of members. This demand has been rejected by the Conference of Chairmen, but they still maintain hope that the majority will change their minds. According to Paloka, the only task that this government has accomplished is installing tougher measures for the independent institutions. Paloka says that the citizens are revolted by the bad governance and that their protestation can be felt throughout the country. The Ora News television program, The Unexposed, revealed a very concerning investigation yesterday evening. Last night's showing of The Unexposed broadcast an investigation into a concession agreement that was given by the state to the company, Bankers Petroleum. According to the investigation, the company has annual revenues of over $2 billion, but it does not pay any income tax to Albania. One economic expert says that this company paid $40 million in income tax to Canada in 2013. The Director of Taxation, Brisida Shehai, says that the banker's company has not been audited for the last 5 years, and they have just finished conducting an audit for 2011. She said, "The General Directorate of Taxation is now performing audits on the company for the period of 2012, 2013, and afterward. These audits will determine whether or not the company has legitimate profits. Today we finished the audit for 2011. The tax administration has to follow the law, which states that we cannot audit back further than 5 years. According to the investigation of the UNEXPOSED, the initial contract with this company, which was made in 2004, gives them immunity from the application of any new taxes. Therefore, they currently do not pay the excise tax, the turnover tax, or the carbon tax, the 3 taxes that the government has decided the hydrocarbon sector must pay." It appears that the fuel price in Albania is increasing once again. It has been noticed at the gas stations that the fuel price is increasing by 6 to 8 lek per liter. A liter of fuel is currently sold at 166 lek, up from 160 lek that it was a few days ago. The increasing trend of the fuel prices in Albania is related to the price increases in the international markets, where a barrel of oil is being sold at $60 for the first time this year. It's worth noting that the Albanian markets reflect the price increases in international markets immediately, but they do not reflect the decreases at all. According to the experts, this indicates the dysfunction of the market. They say that the increase in the international market cannot be legitimately reflected so quickly here in Albania, as we have fuel reserves. Of course, this potentially unfair price increase directly burdens the pockets of the citizens even further. It appears that paid parking might be coming to Tirana. Some of the capital's companies have requested the right to start charging for the use of their parking spaces. As of yet, the municipality has not given a response to this request, either affirmative or negative. The companies that are proposing this idea are suggesting a 35-year contract, and the revenue from such a contract would be considerable. It has been calculated that around 41,000 vehicles would be affected each day, and that they would pay for each hour that they would take up a parking space. The method of payment has still not been made public. The companies have also not presented a model to compare the plan to. However, they have made it clear that under the contract, the municipality would receive 10% of the annual profits. 3/5 of the vote of the council are needed in order to approve this proposal, and there have been major objections from the Socialist Party. In fact, they abandoned the council meeting in order to postpone the decision until next Thursday. Despite the debates, the municipality has indicated that this concession might come into effect. It seems that the future of the capital city might include paid parking along the main boulevard and even possibly throughout the capital. The Tirana Prosecution has requested 3 years in prison for the mayor of Kamez, who is charged with abusing his office. According to the court indictment, the mayor of Kamez, Jalal Mziu, and the tax director of Kamez, Bujar Loshi, have caused economic damage to the state, as well as 2 companies, by their acts and omissions. The prosecutor declared Mziu guilty of the offense of dereliction of duty to a criminal extent, claiming that he established unlawful taxes. They request that he be sentenced to 3 years in prison. The prosecutor supported their accusations with evidence and facts, claiming that Mziu and Loshi have been illegally abusing their office in the pursuit of their own interests. Although the defense session is scheduled for February 27th, the mayor defended himself immediately after the words of the prosecutor. He said that the prosecution did not provide original documents for their investigations, and that the taxes he imposed were intended to develop the businesses and increase the income of the municipality that he leads. Albania's film enjoyed a phenomenal reception at the Berlin International Film Festival. The movie Burna Shot was shown on the festival screens yesterday evening. The movie is competing for the coveted Golden Bear Award and is based on a novel written by Elvira Dones. It was directed by the Italian Laura Bispuri. The movie appeared to be a great success on the day of its premiere, and it was considered as one of the best movies of the festival so far. The public received the main actors with much applause on the red carpet, openly showing their support for the film. The movie is competing with 19 other films in the Berlin Film Festival for a Golden Bear Award. The award ceremony will be held at the end of the festival on February 15th. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all of the news for this evening. Thank you for joining us. Please be with us again tomorrow at the same time for more translated news in English. Thanks, and have a great night.